This is the first part. I'm going to take this mini split apart that went out, housing, and turn it into a regular everyday r22 condensing unit. So this is what it looks like on the inside, completely tore apart. Let's see what I can do. This is insanity, but it can be done. Got it all the way apart, and I'm gonna have to get that compressor to mount on here. So these studs here, at least some of them, they gotta go. So I'm just gonna take them off with a grinder outside. Compressor is mounted. Mini split system I'm converting. I'm gonna have to split the refrigerant coming out of the compressor, so that's how I did it. I just closed this coupler up some to make it wider. It would just not fit. Then I put it in the old vise and pressed it on. And there we go. There's my custom-made diverter. It's gonna work out really good. Basically, it's going to take the refrigerant, do the same thing with it. One large stream coming out of the compressor, and it's going to come and make two pretty much equal streams come out of it to go to the two heads. This is some ugly work, but it's getting done. Like I said, I bought a couple of things, but pretty much just scrap around the shop. Like I bought these, you know, because I just needed them. But that's the high pressure switch. If the compressor for some reason, something clogs, whatever, and it builds up too much pressure, or if the fan fails, this switch will cut this guy off instead of blowing up the compressor and burning it up. So that's a safety switch. So the compressor will put out pressure. It'll just keep going, but there's a little crack here where if it fills up too much, it'll kick this sensor. There you go. Now these little individual pieces are starting to make a little sense. Clean the inside of the blades to see if it moved more air. I forgot to video it, but it does work. Capacitor and two blower contactors, or relays. Two blower relays. Blue and green, common, you know, and the green would be where it turns the fan on. It's working. All right. Update, I'm going to use that fan there. I've cut a notch out of here to make room for the compressor, because the compressor is gigantic compared to the old one. But it has plenty of clearance. I've taken the factory fan, the DC motor out. This is just a standard everyday box fan type motor. In it, mounted. Got about an inch of clearance between that and the pipe. That should be enough. 1.89, well, saying 2 pounds of refrigerant in. So let's see what happens. Had a blown fuse in the disconnect, so that was blown out, but she's running now. A matter of getting the freon pressures right. I'm gonna let it run for just a minute, see what's up. Yeah, I've got a lot of testing to do to see how this actually works. I'm using MO99 refrigerant, which is a replacement for R22. Got my low side right where I want it, about 60. High side, reasonable, just under 200. For my final video, is kind of how I ended up. 59, which is dropping. It's only been running a few minutes. 77, 18 degree split, 19 degree, whatever. Here's the outside unit. Of course, that blade is actually moving faster than you can see it. That's just the camera. Moving out plenty of heat. Check the pressures. So I got 65 pounds on the low side and right at 200 on the high, which is fine. Alrighty, that's it, all done.